Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel, I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to get out of debt and simplify our financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Filming that intro felt almost surreal because it's been a while since I have been here with you guys. So just first off, thank you so much for your patience and understanding. I originally was planning on uploading at least my cash stuffing video last week, and then I decided to just kind of can the whole thing because I was really stuck into preparing for my mom and my sister to get into town, and also working very hard on getting some items together and ready for my shop, which if you didn't see my community post, I'm trying to think when I posted that. It was like Saturday. I have delayed the relaunch because I just wasn't getting things in order in the timeline that I wanted to. And also I've been reworking my, my printable budget planner because, I need to kind of rework it just a little bit in order for it to be sold as a printed option. Because right now, the way that I sell it, it's sort of done piecemeal. And in order for it to be a printed, like total year budget planner, I'm working on it to rework it. And so that is very time consuming. And I just wasn't getting it done at a pace that made it possible for me to do the relaunch on June 1st. And so that's why I delayed it. I'm pretty sure, I'm not like 100%, so don't count on this, but I'm pretty sure that I will have it up and running by this Friday. And also because of the delay, I was originally just going to run the sale for 2 weeks. I'm just going to do it from whenever I'm able to launch through the end of June. So for the entirety, almost the entirety of the month of June, my shop will be on sale in honor of the relaunch, and then just kind of to make up for the fact that I had to delay it just a little bit. So anyways, but yes, so that's where I was. I did see some comments from folks who were like, oh my gosh, where are you? And that sort of thing. I ended up really wanting to take that time and just spend time with my mom and sister rather than having to worry about like little finishing touches for things for, uploading videos here, and then of course working on things for my shop. It was so refreshing. We had such a wonderful, wonderful time. I always enjoy spending time with my mom and my sister. It was just such a wonderful, like I know I keep saying that, but it was just such an amazing time. I love spending time with them. We had so much fun together. And for those of you who may be interested, if you're in the area, we did spend a couple days down in Waco because my sister had never been to the Silos, Chip and Joanna Gaines, like Magnolia Market down in Waco, which I do recommend if you've never been before. I don't recommend making a vacation out of it. I know that sounds weird because I do go somewhat regularly. But I would not, now I'm saying this as a person who is not necessarily like a fan of Chip and Joanna Gaines. I never got into their show or anything like that. And Joanna Gaines' style is not like 100% my style. I do like some of her stuff, but I definitely don't think taking a trip to Waco, if you live far enough away from here that you have to get here on a plane, I don't think it's worth it. But if you are within a reasonable driving distance and you want to pop down to Waco, I highly recommend it. It's definitely a good time. And we stayed at this inn called the Mohawk Valley Inn. Sorry, by the way, if you were not here for my chattiness, I will go ahead and leave a timestamp on the screen for you now for when I actually get into the cash stuffing portion of this video. But for those of you who like my chatty endeavors, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of go into some of this stuff as a little mini catch up. So anyways, there is I'm going to call them a religious community and not a cult, but they have some culty vibes. Just going to put this out there. I'm not saying this to offend anybody. They have some culty vibes, and they're called like Heritage Ministries or something. They call themselves a non-denominational Christian, whatever, religion. In my personal opinion, they have culty vibes. Either way, they have an entire property down in Waco. The irony is not lost on me. And they have several shops and restaurants, and this inn that we stayed at is part of their community. Like, they own it. They brought a very, very old farmhouse over from New Jersey, I believe, and refurbed it into this little inn. It's got 4 bedrooms, which all have an attached bathroom, and you have use of some common spaces as well, like the kitchen and laundry room. I cannot recommend this space to you enough. If you are, again, within driving distance of Waco, Texas, I cannot recommend it enough to you. I will leave the info for them or their website linked below so that you can go check it out. I found it to be incredibly reasonably priced, especially considering all of the just lovely things that we experienced staying there. It was really spectacular. So I cannot recommend it to you enough. It's so beautiful. And actually, within walking distance is their little waffle restaurant that they serve waffle breakfast every single morning. They have a coffee shop, a cheese shop, just like a general store, a grocery store. I mean, it's all like on this property for this religious group. So anyways, definitely recommend seeing it if you're within driving distance. It was just so adorable. We could not get over how cute this inn was. So that was fun. And then just in general, just being able to spend time with my mom and sister is always fantastic. But we really enjoyed ourselves this time. So it was just refreshing, and I was glad for the break. And I'm definitely now in a place where it's like, you know how sometimes you get back from a vacation and you're sort of like, okay, I'm ready to go back into like gung-ho into my regular life. And that's just sort of how I'm feeling now. I'm super excited about my shop relaunch. I cannot wait to show you guys what I have planned for everything that's going to launch soon. Just to give you a little bit of insight, all of the font options are changing for my envelopes. I'm introducing a new style, which I'm excited about. And of course, you know, I've redone my dashboards. I've redone my placeholders. I am introducing a printed version of my budget planner. So I just have a lot of fun stuff coming, as well as like fun little like planner accessories as well. So anyways, now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the cash stuffing. So we didn't do a regular cash stuffing for this week. When I was planning out the May budget, I didn't realize that we had 5 Fridays in May, and I did not plan 5 cash stuffings. I only planned 4. So that means that today's video is just going to be my Etsy and YouTube cash stuffing from the month of May. Now, I've promised that moving forward with my Etsy and YouTube cash stuffings, I would show you guys the budgeting process, like behind the scenes. Because we were on vacation and because my husband and I had to rejig some of our numbers for some of our family budgeting, I am not going to be doing the budget with me for the May Etsy and YouTube cash stuffing in this video. Moving forward though, from now on, so for June all the way through, I am going to show you guys the budgeting process, not every week like I had done in April, but just one video that shows the behind the scenes budgeting process for the Etsy and YouTube cash stuffing. So this is just going to be the cash stuffing for Etsy and YouTube for the month of May. And as per usual, I just want to go ahead and start off before I even stuff any of the cash. and just say a huge, ginormous thank you to those of you who are in this community who watch the ads on my videos, because I do get paid ad revenue from that. Whenever you don't skip the ad, I get a percentage of whatever ad revenue is on that ad for the video. And then obviously, if you are purchasing from my shop, you are also benefiting my family financially as well. So thank you guys so much for contributing to the financial health and well-being of my family. It does not go unappreciated ever. It does not go unnoticed. I'm also, again, I always say this, but I really, really mean it. I am so flattered by those of you who choose to return to my Etsy shop and make additional purchases from it. One, that lets me know that I'm doing my job right. And two, I just cannot express to you how grateful I am that you choose to spend money in my Etsy shop on my products. So thank you so much for your contribution to my household. All right, so now we'll get into it. Today I'm stuffing $520. I am omitting my tax money from this stuffing because we have to write our Q2 check to the IRS. So because my Etsy and YouTube money is untaxed, we have to set money aside for taxes. And if you earn a certain amount of money over the course of a year, you have to pay taxes, or untaxed. If you earn a certain amount of untaxed income over the course of a year, you have to pay taxes on that money. And if it is more than $1,000, you have to pay the IRS quarterly. And so we have to write a check every single quarter and send it off to the IRS for our taxes. And so that's what this is. So because of that, my tax money is not sitting over here. We have to write our Q2 check. And so instead of stuffing it, we just kept it in the bank so that my husband could send our check off to the IRS and, pay them what they think is their money. Everything else is being stuffed today. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop first into my business binder because this, I got to pay my business back. It is super duper important. First up is materials. Materials is actually only going to be getting $35 today. And that is because in preparation for my shop relaunch, I've been purchasing a lot of materials. And so, it was budgeted more than $35, but I have to compensate for what I overspent before I stuffed this. And so that's why it's only getting $35 today. So we've got $20, $35 going into materials. But not ending the month in a deficit is a good thing. I'll take that. Next up is equipment, and this funds things like my printer, my laminators, hole punches, that sort of stuff. It's getting $30 today. So 20, 30. And now in equipment, I've got $250 in the bank, 300, 20, 30, 1, 2, and 3. So $333 total in equipment. Shipping supplies is up next. It's also getting $30 today. 20, 30. Oops. And now in shipping supplies, I've got 20, 40, 55, 60, 1, and 2. I'm going to be tapping into this soon anyway, so it's a good thing that it has that. YouTube is up next. It's going to be getting $50 today. And now in YouTube, I've got 50, 70, 85. Oops. Canva is getting $10 today. It gets $10 a month in order to fund my Canva Pro membership. I use Canva for the design of all of the products in my shop, and it's got $120. My P.O. box is last up in my business thinking funds. It's getting $18. That's all I put toward it every single month in order to fund 6 months of my P.O. box. So now in P.O. Box, I have 50, 70, 80, 95, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 107. And that is going to do it for my business sinking funds. And then we're just going to go into low priority sinking funds. The vast majority of what we stuff falls into this category because our high priority sinking funds get funded with our main income, not our side income. So we supplement our low priority things with side income. So Dine Out is up first. It's going to be getting $70. The reason why we gave it this much was because we wanted to just make sure that we were funding Dine Out enough for when my family was here. And I was able to do that. So we did empty the envelope, but it's still being stuffed despite that. So I think we did okay when it came to, planning for family being in town. Home decor is getting a measly little $6 today. That was all I was able to budget for it for the month of May because we had other higher priority things kind of take precedence. So that's just the way it is sometimes. Home decor is like the lowest priority in our household. So it just gets like the leftover cash. Dates is getting $25 today. We are just plugging right along and saving up for our next one, which is our big one whenever we pay our debt off. And so now in dates, we've got 100, 50, 200, 20, 35. So 235 in dates. This is my husband spending money. He's getting $40 today. So 20 and 40. And now in he's got, I think 750 in the bank. So 800, 50, 900, 20, 40, 55, 56, 57, and 958 in his spending money. Hers is empty, as you can see, but again, I was just on vacation with my mom and sister. I picked up a couple little things that made my heart happy, and so definitely worth it to have an empty envelope. I'm also only getting $18, and that is because I spent into what I was supposed to stuff from Etsy and YouTube. I was also supposed to get 40, but being shy $22 instead of being in the negative and rolling that deficit over is an improvement for a person who is a recovering spender. So I'm going to take that as a win, and I have $18 in my spending now. Family Fun is getting $61. I know that's an odd number, but it's getting $61 because we did have to tap into what we were going to stuff for this for when my mom and sister were in town. So that worked out well because we're still stuffing it. We are not rolling over a deficit. So I'm kind of proud of us for that one. House Project is getting a nice stuff. It's getting $104. So we've got 100 and 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. And now in House Project, we've got 500 in the bank, and then 600, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 660. So that is good. And then the very last, but not least, is in holiday sinking funds. And we were just going back to vacation, and we were able to earmark $23, which again is not much, but every little bit helps. Here we go. Oh, goodness. Okay, so first time back to cash stuffing, and I forget how to do it. So now in our envelope here, we've got 20, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. We did tap into this a little bit while my mom and sister were here as well, but it all worked out swimmingly. So anytime we walk away from a situation, like you've got a little bit of a vacation happening and you're spending a little bit more than you usually would, we have to sit down. It took us a couple of hours actually to kind of reconcile our budget again. But then when we did it, we were realizing how just we were spending responsibly and we didn't go overboard and we didn't go crazy, and we cash rolled everything. And so whenever we do that, we're always just like, even now, like a year and a half into this, we like breathe a sigh of relief. Like, okay, we are doing well and applying the principles that we've learned and like not going crazy, and we're able to cash flow everything. And that's just something that I don't think we'll ever not be excited about, because it's just insane to, have to make such a complete 180 from one like style of spending habit and budgeting to another. So anyways, that is going to do it for me for today's video. Hey y'all, this is Editing Veda. I decided to cut this portion of the video out because I went on this really long rambly tangent about my potential upload schedule for this week. It was completely superfluous and not necessary to keep in the video because it was also hyper confusing, and I was like trying to work through the details in my head while I was filming, which is just kind of silly. So I do say something at the end of the video in reference to this particular conversation where I'm like, who even knows when I'm going to be uploading next? I am back to my regularly scheduled upload schedule. So there will be bonus content this week. I still am working out how and when I want to upload it, but just know that at the very least, there's going to be 3 videos this week. So just disregard my comment at the end of the video where I say, who even knows what this is going to be or when I'll be back here. I didn't really mean that. It was just hearkening back to this particular conversation that I've decided to edit out of the video. So yeah, I don't know what my upload schedule is going to be. There will be at least 3 videos. It's not unknown. It's just, working out those details. So anyway, looking forward to being back here with you guys. So excited to be back to the schedule as it stands. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. And again, for just being patient and understanding while I've been away on vacation, but now we're back and, getting way back into it. So I'm excited for that. If you did enjoy today's video, I would love it so much if you would give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below, just saying hi and letting me know what you guys have been up to also, because I love that. Let me know if you have any vacations coming up or if you were on vacation too, all that fun stuff. So anyways, I will be back here with you guys when I'm back here with you. Who even knows when that's going to be at this point? But until then, I hope you guys have a good one. Bye, everyone.